Hello. Welcome to the Marketplace Mastery course. My name is Best Amy Tokpeidowu. I am your value coach and I'm super excited to have you join me in this course. Before we get started, I want you to think about something. Have you ever looked at someone and wondered why opportunities seem to find them? Why they get the promotion, attract the clients, build successful businesses, or become influential in their field? If we're being honest, it's more than luck. Is actually being strategic and having a certain knowledge that many other people do not have. Now, there are principles that make certain people valuable, more visible, and more sought after in the marketplace. Unfortunately, many people never learn these principles. They work hard, stay busy, they have great intentions, yet they miss opportunities that could have transformed their lives. I have made some of those mistakes myself. Over the years, I've spent time studying successful people, learning from mentors, testing ideas, and teaching thousands of young professionals, entrepreneurs, and creators. Along the way, I have also discovered lessons that consistently separate those who thrive from those who merely survive. So in this course, I'm going to be sharing those lessons with you, the same ideas that have helped me and many others create value, unlock opportunities, grow our influence and achieve meaningful results. My hope is that as we journey together in this course, you begin to see the opportunities where others see obstacles, you understand how value is really created, and you begin to position yourself for greater impact and success. Grab a notebook, come with me with an open mind, and let's have a honest conversation about what it really takes to win in today's marketplace. I am excited you are here. Let's dive right in. Before we go on to talk about mastering the marketplace, we need to understand what the marketplace is. The fact that the word marketplace is being used by many people today doesn't mean that everybody understands what it is. Right, so if I ask you, you probably have an idea, and I ask someone else, they'll have a different idea what the marketplace is. So let's have a common definition so we can build on it. So what is the marketplace? The marketplace is where value is exchanged. Now, everything that goes on in the marketplace ties back to this definition. Whether you are a staff offering services or products, for money in return or salary in return, you are exchanging value. Whether you're an employer hiring people, and then using their efforts to achieve the vision and objective of your company, you are exchanging value. So you are giving something to get something in return. Employers and customers buy solutions, and opportunities also follow value. So we've established that the marketplace is where value is exchanged. Now, how do the people in the marketplace think? Now, this would help us understand why some people win, while others stay stuck. Now, it's also important to note here that talent and hard work are not enough. Success is determined by the value you create and how well you position it. Meaning that you can be very smart, you can be a first-class graduate of a top university, but if you do not understand how to create solutions that matter to the right kind of people and how to position it, you would likely be overlooked. You will likely be passed by, right? So it's not important to understand how to provide solutions. It is also important to know how to package it, how to position it, and also very importantly, how to detect when there is a need. I think it all starts with understanding the needs of people and then seeing those needs as opportunities to be creative, opportunities to build value, right? So when you want to think like the market, you think like a problem solver, you think like a creator. You're not just seeing yourself as a graduate who went to school and got a degree. You're seeing yourself as a solution provider, as someone who is investing in the welfare of others and getting returns, right, through the rewards that comes from investing in the welfare of others. So winners create solutions. Marketplace winners create solutions. They not just go about complaining, people are not doing this, people are not doing that, the economy is bad, there's security issue. They actually see opportunities where others begin to complain. That is how to think like the marketplace. That is how to think like a value creator. That is how to think like someone who is going to make money, who is going to have influence in the marketplace. Right? Because when you begin to see problems as opportunities, you begin to think about solutions, and then you begin to toe the path of a solution provider. Now let's look at how to think like the market. How do you think like the market? First of all, like I mentioned earlier, you need to understand that the market rewards solutions. So every problem is an opportunity, and every demand can create wealth, depending on how you are able to meet the demand, and how you are able to position the solution that you have created to solve, certain problems that you've already identified, right? So demand creates wealth, innovation solves pain points and creates relevance. Note, I said it creates relevance. So when next you see a problem, instead of you to complain, or before you complain, think about opportunities. Think about the opportunity in that problem. Another thing you want to do is understand demand, right? So even when there are no obvious problems, you want to ask yourself, if the problem is not very visible, what do people really need? Are they totally satisfied? What are they struggling with? What can they pay for? What would they pay for? Right? And then what do they repeatedly seek? Now this will help you. I believe that no matter where you find yourself in life, if you can understand, the economics behind what people repeatedly seek, you position yourself to be indispensable in the welfare of people. And that way you will help yourself to become that person that is providing an essential solution, one that cannot be overlooked no matter how bad things get. Right? So you want to see yourself as someone like that. So it doesn't matter what you studied, it doesn't matter what field you're in, you see yourself as a business person. Whether you're an employee or an entrepreneur, you see yourself as a business-minded person, right? Even in this age where it is advised that you do not depend on one income, you are thinking like a business person. You're thinking, even if I have a 9-to-5, I can actually create an automated product that people can buy. I can actually solve this problem, and then it will be an additional source of income. But then when you are doing it, you're not just picking any random business or products. You are picking something that will yield returns, something that there is demand for, something that people really need, something that is indispensable, right? So you have to understand demand. You also have to understand what I call the value equation. The value equation simply says you should identify problems, develop solutions, deliver consistently, and improve continuously. So it means that in the identification of problems, you need to also move to the point of developing solutions. And then it's very important at this point that as you develop solutions, you are getting up and taking action as much as possible, as fast as possible. You're not someone that is laid back and waiting for everything to be perfect. The truth is, as you are getting ideas, other people are also getting ideas. So whoever moves fast and whoever has lots of resources has leverage. So you need to move before waiting for things to be perfect. You just need to move. But then as you move, you have the opportunity to continuously improve on what you're working on, right? And then you also have the opportunity to constantly deliver, right? So that is the value equation. You need to understand, identify problems, develop solutions, deliver consistently, and improve continuously. Now let's talk about your competitive advantage. Your competitive edge grows when you are able to combine your skills, your relationships, your reputation, and innovation. Then you become difficult to replace. Now, these words are strong words. I would like you to sit down or pause the video at some point and just reflect on them, right? Your skills. What skills do you have? What can you do, right? Who do you know? What relationships are in your life that can open certain doors for you, right? And then what are you known for? Your reputation. What is your personal brand? When people see you, what comes to mind? When people hear your name, what do they remember about you, right? And then innovation. What can you create? How good are you in creating things? How have you practiced and given yourself to learning how to be creative? Personally, I believe that we are all creatives, right? They may differ in terms of the industry we operate in, but we are born creative. So you cannot say, oh, I don't know how to develop solutions, right? If you don't know how to develop solutions, you have no place in the markets, right? So you need to have that mindset that I can develop solutions. Developing solutions doesn't necessarily mean you now need to produce a tech product. It just means that you are delivering solutions either as an employee, as an entrepreneur. It just means that you are putting effort to achieve a cause, right? So when you look at it at that basic level, it now means that you can actually go in developing and delivering solutions, right? So you want to be someone that is innovative, someone that can think out of the box, someone that can think critically, and bring up ideas that will change things for good, right? And then you also want to get the right exposure and inspiration. Surround yourself with ideas, with people and environments that will challenge you to think bigger, and to grow faster. Really, at the end of the day, you don't want to underestimate your environment, because the kind of people you have around you will determine the way you think, right? The people you have around you may either be liability or asset. When they are liabilities, they will cause you to think on a very basic level and forget about the big things that you can do. But when they are an asset, there are people that can collaborate with you, to achieve great things, to co-found a business, people that would sow seeds of great thoughts in your heart and, open your mind to possibilities and challenge you, fuel your drive to do and to become more, right? So you always want to prioritize being in the midst of good people. As you wrap up this particular video, I want you to think about how you can become what the market needs, because it is actually a possibility. And over the period of this course, we're actually going to be learning actively how to become what the market needs.